It's called Flatland, and they are the quiet achievers of the bike stunt world. They toil away for countless hours, and every move matters. Born of the streets without ramps, this is poetry on two wheels. Hi everybody, the ramps have kind of been pushed aside, and welcome back to Bicycle Stunt Flatland exhibition. Paul Higgins along with Steve Swope, and Steve, this is where all the tricks really come from.
That's right, Flatland, one of the first original areas in our sport. Before ramps and street, there was really Flatland. Got some great riders here today from Asia.
Sarah Pressert side tie, 3 riders, as you said, we're going to see, and they're not working with a tremendous amount of room, but the surface is really pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's pretty good surface. You can see right there, pulling a rolling decade, straight into this nice move right there, spinning into a decade. A lot of flat riders from Asia. There's not too many ramps available for these guys to ride, so obviously they kind of congregate towards Flatland riding.
Stuart Pressert's favorite rider is actually Kevin Jones, who's not really on the competition circuit, but he is well known with the riders.
Absolutely. Kevin Jones, you can kind of consider him the Matt Hoffman of Flatland. Invented most of modern Flatland riding back in the 80s, late 80s. Real top rider. He hasn't been in the public eye as some of the other top Flatlanders, but he's definitely one of the biggest innovators the sport's ever seen.
Stuart Pressert, as you can see, is very well conditioned in this sport, and he only practices 2 times a week, so he's pretty good for only practicing twice a week.
Right here with an old school move called the cherry picker up on the back wheel, hopping it up, and that's actually a Kevin Jones Big Daddy bike. He's riding right there, his hero's bike.
True to form.
Nice move right there, Stuart Pressert.
And this young man, Kai Rafik, he is our next rider, and we'll see what Kai has. 3 local riders giving it up here at the 1999 Asian X-Games in front of a full crowd.
Been a great crowd here. These local guys ripping it up, having a good time, hanging out with a lot of the American pros. We got to know some of these guys. Really nice fellas, working hard. It's really tough to be a rider at all in this area of the world. Not too many places for them to ride. Very difficult for them to get the right bike parts. They order them from mail order companies sometimes in the States. They trade them with friends. They wanted to trade a lot of parts from us when we were here. Difficult for these guys to stay riding, so they're very devoted to their sport.
See, they really have to play off each other, because the only times they really can see professional tricks is on TV or video. So these guys are doing a pretty good job picking up the tricks.
Absolutely. Most of them have never seen any of the top pros ride live, or they don't get a chance to go to shows that often, so it's mostly done off of video and off of television. They learn how to do the tricks, and it's actually a lot more difficult than getting to talk to the guy, learn about the secrets. How did you learn this? What are the little moves to pick up to learn the entire link? So they've done a really great job, and they're coming up really fast.
Intense concentration with Kai. Nervous energy pushed aside. Doing really well right here in the front wheel, scuffing backwards. He'll roll out of this. How about that?
Nice run right there.
Going back and taking a look at some of Kai's moves, and he likes the front wheel.
Switching it up right there on the front wheel. Check out the pinky squeaks. Straight into a nice mixed circle.
Krista Patuma up next, and another local rider, as we say. His favorite competitor is actually a Canadian, Andrew Ferris.
Well, you can't go wrong there. Andrew, one of the top riders, always ripping it up. We'll see if we've got any Andrew Ferris skill right here with this young man up on the back wheel in a circle.
Krista puts a lot of time and effort into riding his bicycle. 6 hours a day he practices. He's a student, so when he's not studying, he's on his bike actually studying what he loves.
Well, we've talked about it before. Flatland is such a difficult part of our sport. It actually takes a lot more time to get consistent at these moves than it does on ramp or a vert trick. These guys usually spend 6, 8, 10 hours a day on their bike doing the same move over and over and over to get it dialed in and consistent.
And besides the scrapes that you get on your shins, this is a pretty much an injury-free way of getting into bicycle stunt.
Absolutely. Teaches you a lot of bike skill, a lot of balance. Some of these guys do go on to ride ramps and vert later on and use some of those same tricks in those disciplines. But a lot of the guys just love Flatland and continue to do it, and are super devoted to it. Nice spin right there. That's a perfect example of a trick he learned off of Marty Copa, one of the top riders.
Krista showed you some great tricks, and you're seeing them once again. Well, we'll see more of bicycle stunt a little bit later on. A beautiful overhead shot of our venue. We return to the street course.